Wolverine 59 of Gamers X here. So, okay, I saw the Fantastic Four trailer. Um, Here's the thing. I still remember being in high school watching both of the Fantastic Four films, and mm, like how I said in the Superman trailer video that I did, um, yeah, like I think it was in the Superman trailer video, whichever recent video I did, I said, say you want about the Fantastic Four 2005 film, but at least it gets better, and it does, especially with Deadpool and Wolverine when they brought Chris Evans to come back as the Human Torch. That was something, and so when you have this movie coming out, like, okay, you think back to the 2015 Fantastic Four, especially when you hear behind the scenes how things didn't gel well, and the fact that, yeah, like, I didn't see the movie, but all the usually negative press doesn't phase me. Like when I went to see The Last Jedi, I heard a lot of people hating on The Last Jedi, and I went to see it myself, and I was like, okay, they're kind of right. I mean, yeah. I mean, let's not forget what they did to Luke. Yeah. Anywho, so then you have like, you know, like basically if we are like, whenever there is like negative backlash, I will say about it. Not say about like, no, not say about, no, what was it? Oh, like whatever's negative backlash, I watch it unless like, okay, I see what they're saying, then okay. So when the 2015 version came out, and I saw like review after review, and usually again, negative reviews are like, okay, whatever, I'm still gonna go see the movie or the TV show or whatever, unless it's like full on true, then no. But but like, yeah, it did do so well. Then we didn't have any of the Fantastic Four, and that's what most people were saying. Like, and I know that there was one like what in the 70s or 80s, something like that. But basically, like, is this Marvel probably good enough to be a, a movie? Like, is it a doomed franchise? And I say no, because we have Kevin Feige, we have everybody who will do with the gentle loving care of it, and when we see how people go with it, the whole oh, Marvel's done, it's done, and then all of a sudden something like Deadpool and Wolverine, or any of the Marvel property that does hit well, Marvel's back, and it's always that back and forth with it. It's always gonna be, you know, Marvel isn't doing so well. Oh, Marvel's doing well. It's the same old, same old. The the thing is here is when the um watching the trailer, like for the fact that they're going to the 60s, and having it was like watching any show from the 60s. The whole presented in Technicolor. Like I'm waiting for like that deep voice to say, "Let's meet Marvel's first family. You have the Thing, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and Mr. Fantastic." Something like that. Like the real corny, deep voice. Um, like okay, if any of you watch Family Guy, they did a version where they do Family Guy through the years, and when they hit the 60s, um, there's that old way how they would do it, like the 60s corny deep voice says um, that says what was it? Just like that, you know, um, and plus the corny theme song that goes with it. You know what I'm talking about. If you ever watch 60s television, you know what I'm trying to, the point I'm trying to make here. But, yeah, it, it still captures, like, Ben Grimm looking at himself before he, before they venture off into space. And you see he's like, yeah, that was me, and look at me now. Like, that was Ben Grimm from the start, And for Mr. Fantastic to say to Sue Storm, like, yeah, things were similar you when you didn't, like, okay, it was similar when they didn't have powers. Basically, that's what he's trying to say. Like, Visible Woman was invisible. He didn't have to stretch. Of course, Johnny, and I know there are gonna be people like, yeah, but like how Chris Evans did, and like, okay, I remember, like, okay, I was even before the Blu-ray of Deadpool and Wolverine was gonna come out. I rewatched the clip where Human Torch gets his powers, and it's like, yeah, there's still kind of the love there for it, like, say what you want about it again, but you can't deny that it was something. Like, the way that Chris Evans, he came from that, and then he became Captain America. He felt the failures of those two, and Robert Downey Jr. told him, hey, I get it, but watch, when you're Captain America, this is gonna be big, and it did. And he went back to being Human Torch. So, sorry, I just really want to say that. Anyway, but the way that this worked, I mean, it's funny to say Marvel's first family when, I mean, if you wanted to get technical, with the chronological way Marvel has come. Like, yeah, they should have been like front and center right out the gate, but Iron Man had to be the introduction. And we've been waiting for the tease of Fantastic Four for years. You know, like when you see Spider-Man No Way Home, you see Spidey going through New York and you see the four numbers, and it's basically the color scheme of the Fantastic Four. And yeah, I don't. I think John wants to leave the project. I'm not sure. I think he did. I'm not sure because I know he was in the helm of directing it, but I think they got somebody else. I'm not sure. But either way, like, I think this could work. And I mean, I'm a little cautiously optimistic about it. But the thing is, like, again, Marvel has that track record as of late where it's like where people are saying Marvel is done, we're not getting anything more than we get Guardians 3, Deadpool and Wolverine. They're like, okay, Marvel is back. But again, all we have to do is basically this. All we have to do is just pull off the negativity of it and just try and see where it could lead to. That's all you have to do with this, with anything really. I mean, I bet you, like, I bet you anybody saying, I bet there were, like, I didn't know because I wasn't that much into reading headlines back then and whatnot, but I bet you there were some that were saying there's no way Iron Man was ever going to be successful, and look what happened. Nobody ever thought we'd be getting Avengers movie, and look what happened. We got something, and hopefully this does well. And I think it will do well. And I know most people are going to be like, why is Pedro Pascal being typecast? I don't think he's being typecast. I think he knows what he wants. He's Mando. He's Joel from The Last of Us. If I'm saying the name correctly, it's been a long time. We don't talk about what he was in DC. We don't. But you know, but yeah, I can't wait for this. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be good. I think this is gonna be a success. But the problem is, I know that there's gonna be headlines coming out saying that the Fantastic Four didn't do so well in the box office, and people are gonna go, well, there goes that. And it's like, you go see for yourself, or just, that's all we should just say. Just like, don't go so much, don't, what's the word, don't just give it a chance before you're gonna go negative with it. I think that's the best way to go about it. Yeah, I should just go one day and get some Fantastic Four comics to read. I remembered the cartoon. I remember the cartoon. Okay, I remember that. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, click the notify bell for all notifications. And don't worry, the shout outs will be happening. Any new subscriber, you get a shout out as a thank you. Plain and simple. Wolverine 59, one of Gamers X, sign out, live large, rock hard, have a good one.